former leader of the Yakuza come through these chambers. And Mr. TATSUYA-Shindo, who I had an opportunity to meet many years ago at New Hope Kauai Church, had a very inspiring message. And I'm not going to steal anybody's thunder. I just felt that it'd be interesting to have him come up. He wanted to come and meet all of us. It's an amazing story. Obviously, we don't have the time to go through the whole story, but I did ask Pastor Matt Higa from New Hope Kauai to stop by and share with us a little bit about Mr. Shindo and hear from him himself, because I think it's a fascinating story. And I think in today's events around the world, the landscape or the climate is very tense. And I think hearing from somebody like Mr. Shindo, who was able to completely turn his life around for the good, we just need more of that. So Pastor Matt, if you don't mind, if you could introduce Mr. Shindo, share a little bit about how you all met.
Thank you, county council member, distinguished leaders, and chair of the proposal. We really appreciate all the people for it. Some of you might be wondering, what is this person doing here? He has a heart for Kauai. He comes almost every year. Comes to Hawaii. Goes to the prison. You get a new term on Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah, this Friday.
Okay.
And tomorrow night he will be at a midweek service at Puka's Church in Kelly. So all comers to anybody's invited. Once again, he was like 20 years old, second in command for a faction of the Yakuza that he was. You can ask him to show his ink and his missing finger. In prison, he found the Lord and turned his whole life around. So regardless of what faith-based system you all have, and if you don't have one, his story is this: from the darkest recesses of life, you can turn your life around, not letting your past dictate your future. And he was so messed up on drugs, even the Yakuza couldn't trust him. And we all know that 90% of the drug cases in Hawaii is drug related. But his testimony of the lowest sewage pit of life to now a very famous world renowned, he's on CNN, he's on National Geographic and Netflix as a movie on his whole life story. So he's going to share his heart and any question that you may have. Thanks so much.
Push this button.
はい、お招きいただいてありがとうございます。
Thank you for inviting me for this occasion today.
大まかなことはマット牧師が言ってくれたと思いますが、
The brief history has been told by Pastor Matt.
前科は7犯、
I have been 7 times being convicted
刑務所は3回、
and has been in prison 3 times in Japan.
3回目の時に、聖書を読んでイエス・キリストに出会いました。
On the third imprisonment, he encountered Bible and
ここに座る
encountered Jesus Christ.
ここに座っていると裁判の被告人になっているみたいです。
Sitting here in front of the microphone, I feel like I'm at the court.
牧師、開拓伝道を始めて、10月で20年になります。
It's been 20 years since he started this church cultivation pioneering.
変わらずにやっているのは、受刑者が回復することと、あと薬物依存から回復させていくことです。
Reviving convicts, ex-convicts, and putting them away from drugs has been his thing of ministry.
私も17歳からヤクザを辞めるまで、32歳まで結局覚醒剤をやっていました。
From 17 years old till he departed from the organization at age 32, he was just put into this drug.
15年ヤクザをやっていても半分は刑務所の中でした。
15 years of his his Yakuza life, I spent half of it in prison.
イエス・キリストに出会ってから本当に覚醒剤や、ドラッグからやめることができました。
He was able to leave from this addiction after he met Jesus Christ.
聖書の中には神の言葉は生きていて力があると書いてあります。
In the Bible, words of God is life and has power.
その力が私に下りました。
That power was came down on me.
それは今も変わらずずっと続いています。
It hasn't changed the last 20 years. It's continuing.
来月はですね、日本で一番大きな刑務所から一人また受け入れます。
One more ex-convict will be received by his church next month. He comes from the largest prison in Japan.
その他に私の仲間が若い子たちを沖縄で面倒を見ています。
Also, his fellow colleague in Okinawa is overseeing 3 convicts, ex-convicts in Okinawa.
日本の教会はみんな小さいです。
Churches in Japan are all very small compared to yours.
50人の教会は大きい方です。大きな教会です。
Church with 50 people congregation is a relatively large size in Japan.
その小さなサイズで、来月来る人で、65人目をサポートすることになります。
With this small church of mine, he will be helping 65 ex-convicts.
そういった中で、なぜカウアイに来ているかというと、マット牧師も同じような体験があるからです。
Then why am I here in Kauai? Is as he has met a pastor man having similar experience in the past.
そして教会自体が本当に励まされて、私自身が励まされて、家族のような付き合いをしているからです。
And since meeting Pastor Matt, he has been sharing these blessings from his church and himself, including confidence.
There's one here, quick one. Just really quick how we met. Some of you know who Joe Anasai is? Joe Anasai, former Dallas Cowboy, we were at a conference together, and the interpreter came on the bus and he said, the Shindo Sensei wants some pastor from Hawaii to speak at his church. So Joe Anasai said, I will be your first Hawaiian to speak. And I look at Joe and I go, Joe, we don't choose, we let him choose. That's his church, right? So I told the interpreter, do you want ex-strongman, ex-NFL, ex-football all-star to speak at his church? Or do you want the ex-drug dealer who did drugs from Kauai? The interpreter comes on the book. He doesn't say ex-drug dealer. So that's how we connected over, we're going on like 15 years since he came, and he could not come to the United States because he was on the list, right? And he finally got the visa to come, but that is his heart. And then when he spoke at the prison in Kauai the first time, it just broke him, so that's part of the reason.
私の妻は4人目になります。
Current wife is the 4th wife.
しかし、そのクリスチャンです、クリスチャンで初めて
The
です。
first Christian wife.
ホノルルで20年子育てをしてから私と結婚しました。
She's raised her children in Honolulu for 20 years.
そういったそのハワイとの関係があって、
And all this with Pastor Matt started his life relationship with Hawaii.
またビザを取るのにもすごく大変な。
It's very difficult to get the visa itself.
そういったこともマット牧師たちに協力していただいてます。
Pastor Matt really helped him to receive the visa.
日本の 刑務所はまだまだ遅れています。
Prisons in Japan is still behind in many sense compared to US.
ちょっとずつ良くなってはきていますけれども、
It is improving a bit.
そういった意味ではそのアメリカの刑務所の中ももっと学んでいきたい。
To learn things from prison system in US is very important for him.
また薬物回復についても日本でティーンチャレンジというのが世界アメリカであると思います。
In terms of recovering and reviving from away from addiction, there is an organization called Teen Challenge that is from US, started in Japan too.
それを始めたのも私の友人です。
It's being started by his colleague, pastor in Okinawa.
Please, do you guys have any questions?
Well, I want to see the cats. I think everybody wants to see that.
Huh?
Yes.
See that's scary.
And the hands.
I was gonna ask about this. You see, that's what happens when you don't know.
So you get the half shot aside.
これはボスネボスネ
That's the name of his boss.
He's not here. I have a serious question because how does one leave the organization of the Yakuza
Yeah.
and live?
Yeah, that's my question.
Before he explained, when I first met him, there was a contract on his life. Because you don't leave the Yakuza.
That's what
Yeah.
I think I
And the
thought.
Japan government is so different from ours. The Japan government will not let him travel unless they got a letter from the Yakuza boss saying that he's no longer on the list. So many years the boss says, no, he's gonna come back. This is just a phase. He's always Yakuza. Finally, they signed off on it. The day they signed off, contract on his life, preaching the gospel, risking his life, saving people on drugs, and had a contract to take him out. So, talk about us still sacrificing for the betterment of our people.
Is the contract over?
We believe so. But they
Did you lock the door?
no, they told me they will never whack him in front of foreigners because that would be disrespectful when he went to visit.
Okay.
They're waiting for him to be alone. So
I'm glad you're hanging out with him.
we never leave him alone.
No, so if I may add, it's not true. When you get into prison so often, it's never get completed. So when you see completed tattoo, that grade of Yakuza is very low.
ヤクザで出世する方法2つあります。
To be successful as Yakuza, there are two ways.
それは抗争事件で、抗争喧嘩で人を殺すか、お金をいっぱい儲けるかどっちかです。
To kill somebody after fighting or make a lot of money for the organization. Those are the two ways.
入れずにじゃありません。
It's not by tattoo.
I have a question. I know what Yakuza is, but I only learned that like 3 years ago. I think many people don't know what it is. Can you explain what Yakuza is?
簡単に言うと、職業的犯罪者。
Is a professional criminal in one word.
悪いこと何でもやります。
Do things that are illegal.
Criminal group.
Criminal.
Japanese mafia.
Large organization. The Yakuza, a very large organization.
とても大きい組織。
そうです。僕いた時は1万人。
About 10,000 belongings when he was
So, there were running out of time, but as I said in my opening remarks about how the world is today, it's so difficult. If you're an inspiration for a lot of people, but if you were to send a message to our kids or young adults today about the opportunity to change, to do good, what would that message be?
もし難しい世界変わること変化することをメッセージ伝えるとしたら近い
あなたは一人ではないということ、そして、近くにチャーチがあります。そのチャーチに来て、そして本当に真剣に聖書を読むならイエスに宣言をすることができる。
That a person is not alone and go to church and read the Bible. That will lead to salvation.
Since we don't have much time, where can we find the documentary, and can you say your name clearly? Yeah, what's the documentary called, if viewers want to learn from that?
I have a little handout today.
But you'll be on TV right now,
Oh,
so.
I see. His
Let
name is
me help. The name is Tatsuya,
Tatsuya.
T-A-T-S-U-Y-A, Shindo, S-H-I-N-D-O. And you can find him on Netflix. Just Google.
Amazon. June Bright is one of the documentary.
June
June Bright. And then that's
And when are you at Puka's, and when?
tomorrow night, Puka 6.
Tonight.
6 p.m.
And then Friday.
Tonight.
And then Friday, 6:30 at U-Turn Progress.
6 p.m. on Wednesday at Puka's at Kealia, and then 6 p.m. 6:30.
U-turn
6:30 U-turn on
in
Friday
Anaheim.
in Anaheim.
He was scheduled to be in the prison tomorrow, but that's not working out for some security reasons. Jerry. Okay.
And Sunday.
And Sunday he'll be at New Kauai at 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
And New Hope Kauai is where?
High School. We use
Kauai
our
School.
car there. Yeah, so they detained him at the airport for 2 hours this time. Usually 1 hour, we know for sure. And that's the right letters. Some of it is notarized, some of it is from government officials. But this time, they held him extra and searched every bit of his luggage. So like, we can see that the immigration laws are getting stricter, which is good. And he said 7 people were on the airplane from Japan, sent back 2 right away. No, you can't enter. Don't even step on wall. Held him there, put him on the next flight and 7. So he was kind of worried and concerned, but he was okay.
I thank you for your courage.
Councilmember Hall.
Mr. Shindo, question. I'm still stuck how you got out. So I'm wondering, how did you convince your boss to release the contract on your life? How did you convince them to
Let you go.
let it go?
I think they did.
You have all
最後のボスはコリアン。
Latest boss was Korean
親を大切にする人でした。
and valued his parents
だから親
very much.
孝行しますって言ってやめさせてください。
His reason to leave the organization was to take care of parents.
あ
そして私はその人と一緒に組を立ち上げたんです。
He started his section of the organization with him. That refers to the second position.
Thank you.
Wow. Anyone else?
Wait, one last one. If we create threat for you, if we promote that you're here, are you fine? Are you safe?
ここにいることをあんまり公言すると脅威がありますか？私遅い。
Okay.
Yeah, I think he got to that point where someone was to they would have crossed the line and opened international chaos, and the whole law enforcement world will come against the Yakuza. So the Yakuza, that's too much publicity of the wrong
That's what I was thinking.
So he crossed over a little bit.
Okay, I don't wanna do anything that.
Right, all of us too, even myself included, I keep asking him, I'm not taking you all around and causing him to say, no, it's fine.
簿記のイエスキーされていることになりたい。簿記のイエスキーですね。今出てる
He has to be wherever he gets cut. Jesus Christ will not be here. You know.
Understood.
Well, thank you, Pastor Matt, Mr. Shindo, and I forgot, what was your name?
Osama is a part-time resident in Kauai, he lives at Sunset.
Oh, okay, nice, nice, so thank you for.
Sunday.
Sunset.
Osama.
Osama, you know.
Nice to meet you.
I know, like I said, I'm trying to think when, probably 8 years ago, can't remember when I first got to see Mr. Shindo and I heard the story and spoke to him after. Cause, you know, we see so many movies, so many references to Yakuza, but no one really understands what it really is, and appreciate you asking the question, cause, everybody knows that's just a Japanese mafia. But it is such a highly organized, fine-tuned organization that, I know it's not very easy to get out. So when I first saw him at New Hope, I was actually thinking about maybe we should just leave now. But the message is so inspiring, and you know, people may criticize this council for having him here today to speak about his life and what got him out. And I'm not ashamed to say that, hey, if what got you out of the Yakuza and out of the criminal elements and out of the drugs and out of the kids dying was Jesus Christ, and God bless you and God bless everybody. And that's not a separation of power issue. It's the reality. We bring, like I said, we bring celebrities, we bring NFL people, they tell their story, and no one has an issue with that. And I hope no one has an issue with this, because I think people need to hear it from the people that have done it. And I cannot imagine your life. I would never think of asking you questions about what you did while you were in the Yakuza. But I can only imagine that it was a very difficult period of his life. And for you to come out now and be able to counsel our convicts, ex-convicts, and I'm talking very quick, too fast for the interpreter, but I just appreciate and respect and thank you, and God bless you, my friends.
Well, I'm gonna try this.
Oh.
本当にありがとう。
ありがとう。
神様の恵みがありますように。
Very good.
That's the Japanese speaking Filipino.
Anyone else? We do wanna, go ahead, Earl. Talk to others.
Oh, speak Japanese? My Japanese class is over 20 years ago. No, I just want to thank you for coming. Very inspiring story. I'd love to ask you a lot more questions offline about your life and how things have changed. But no, thank you for coming down. Yeah, really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mom.
All right, well, we would love to have a picture.
Yes.
Yeah, under the seal.
Oh,
Yeah.